All right, class, settle down. Class is in session. Everyone get to your seats. Hey there, YouTube. I'm Yukitsu. This is the Yukitsu Times. This is me taking a quick look so far at adventure mode for Don't Starve. I'm playing this as Willow. I've just dived straight in here. It seems that people wanted me to do the adventure mode more than they wanted me to look at caves again. I'll look at caves later, that means, and I'll try and do a full walkthrough for adventure mode for now. But one of the things that I'd like to point out is that you don't always end up in the same worlds in the same order. I ended up in Archipelago. You might end up somewhere else, depending on how you spawn or what happens here. And you don't necessarily have to play Willow. I just picked her because it was a little bit different from Wilson. And I think she's going to be one of those characters that's going to be really strong in Don't Starve on the island thing. Or on adventure mode, rather. So basically, Archipelago, you start off with a variety of different islands. This is one of the more pleasant levels that you could start in, so I recommend that you stock up on resources on this one. There are other ones, like the King of Winter, for instance, where you want to just rush through it as fast as possible. Starting that adventure mode in King of Winter, one of the worst things that can happen to you. But now that we've started this one with something relatively pleasant, we're going to try and get off to a strong start here. So we're going to just start off by getting as many resources as possible. And we're going to actually get an axe ready. The reason being that in adventure mode, you tend to find yourself losing sanity a lot more frequently and to a much greater degree, and you have a lot harder time getting it back. In Archipelago, the reason you're not going to be able to get your sanity back is that you're going to be jumping from island to island via wormholes, so you're not going to be able to get any of the sanity that you would normally have, since it's going to get drained so quickly by the wormhole jumps. Now, Willow is an interesting character for this, in that she has that low starting sanity, but she also has that ability to just light a fire and regain a lot of sanity from that. So it's a little bit important for me to have a lot of wood resources at hand, and I'm actually going to rely heavily on that. Now, the things on the various islands are detected with this thing, and you can find pretty much all of them using it, but it's not the most efficient or easy way to detect anything, really. Oh yeah, there are spiders in there. I'm just going to avoid that for now. So, the trick to this place, therefore, is to just sort of find the separate islands and find the one thing that's on each island. The problem, of course, is getting to the right island from whichever island you're on. Also, there are guardians in different checkpoints along the islands, which makes it very difficult to advance past certain points. So, you want to make sure that you're at least a little bit combat ready. What I'd like to find is a biome that might have a little bit of gold so that I can build the science machine right away, which is quite different from the adventure or the survival mode mentality where you want to really explore everything. In this case, the exploration is a lot more dangerous. You need to have a lot more stuff with you before you go attempting any of that. So I'm going to try and make myself up whatever it is I'm going to need for that for now. For example, I'm going to make myself some grass armor. Going to work on trying to get a whatever kind of headdress that was, the flower wreath or whatever, I don't remember the name of it. But once I've got that, hopefully I'll be in a good position. Killing that butterfly, because it's a good curative. And that'll be enough for my hat. As you can see, this island in particular has plenty of starting resources, but you're going to run out of flint, which is going to be a bit of a problem later on. So you want to make sure that you're just collecting as many of these resources as you can. You'll come across a rocky island later. At that point, you'll want to get your pickaxe, and you'll want to get as much flint as possible, since you'll run out of tools pretty quickly otherwise. Now, one of the things that you can do in this one, since it is such a pleasant map by contrast to a lot of the others, is actually farm the level and try and go into the next one with a lot of tech, a lot of... you can spend the time to make a very good hat here, for instance, if you find the beefalo, which you probably will. And basically, whatever you find, you can take some of it to the next world with you. Things that are good to take to the next world are things like really good hats, things like stacks of beef jerky or other non-really perishable foods like honey if you want to spend a really long time here. or anything like that. You might want to bring something like a tentacle spike as well. Those are also a very strong contender for that. But basically it's anything that you don't think you're going to be able to quickly get in the next world that would be useful to you. Now then, let's just check this little island here. Okay, so the wormhole is going to be in the swamp somewhere then. So I'm going to actually camp for the night instead of looking for the wormhole. We'll head off in the morning. But for now, that means I'm just going to spend the night chopping down trees. Maybe killing some spiders. I'm not really sure what strategy I'm going to go with here right now. It's very likely that I'll try and go fairly quickly so that I can get to the next world with relatively minimal resources, because I don't want to... You know, if I get King of Winter, I want to be able to show you how to survive King of Winter without having the whole ton of resources that I get from farming this place. And one of the things that I could be doing now, for instance, like if you were playing this, those spider nests, you may as well just farm all of them right now while they're level 1. In fact, I am still going to do that. I might as well. So, let's just get this up here. Okay. The reason I'm doing this, of course, is that these spiders' nests don't fight back right now. Which means that I can just sort of destroy them all. Oops. Or not. Where's my lighter? There it is. Okay. So, come morning, I can destroy them all and take all that silk, which is really good. And basically I'll find myself in that situation where I don't really need to worry about my silk situation, which will help with my sanity situation, or my winter situation by giving me good hats. So it'll give me an advantage while it's easy to get, since it's right there and they're not going to fight me for it or anything like that. Okay, let's just pop back these seeds here. As you can see, night pretty much just as boring as it is in Standard. The problem is in a lot of adventure mode, it's actually a lot longer than the night is in Standard. So what you've got is the situation where your night is potentially going to last a much longer time. So this isn't one of those worlds, but for instance, a Cold Reception, night is like twice as long maybe. So your days are very short and it's hard to get anything done. It's part of the challenge of it. But yeah, some of the adventure mode worlds I don't think were particularly well made. That's an example of one of them, just because like you get so little done during a day that it's more sitting around waiting. It's kind of boring. Okay. You can see up there that there was some spiders fighting. Probably mer people. So that'll be some free resources up. Oh no, they were fighting a tentacle. That's even better. Okay, so we got ourselves a free tentacle spike bat. Very powerful weapon. And we're going to get ourselves some spider glands as well. This is a decent curative item. I'm actually going to eat those butterfly wings just because can get by with those instead of the other ones. Let's see here. Oops. As you can see, even though the grass armor is really technically quite bad, it's still protecting me quite well here. Okay, I don't really want the monster meat, so it's just... Oh. Okay, so that's what they're fighting. Don't really need all the stuff, so I'm just going to run around and look for the wormhole to get to the next area. I'm also going to take out this just to get a general clue as to where the thing might be. This is the exact same as Advancing Worlds in the other survival mode. So you just find the potato thing, the metal thing, so on and so forth, until you've found them all. Put them all in the wood thing, and you teleport to the next section. You have to do that, I think, 5 times? to win the game. I can't really remember. I think it's 5 or 6. Yeah, so I'm having some trouble finding the wormhole here, but it's not too big a problem. Just have to run around until you get it. Problem for me might be food. I'm not finding any good food drops here. This is one of those situations where it might have been smarter for me to have actually eaten or taken the monster meat to eat, but I'm not quite that desperate yet. What you typically actually end up eating here is fish, since you just stand around where the mer people spawn and just farm them, and they produce fish and frog legs, which are both good sources of food. Okay, where the hell is the... Alright, well, whatever. I can tell that wherever that thing is, it's relatively close to here, so it'll probably be on an island south of there. But, looks like the actual portals to these places are off in yonder. Okay, I'm actually going to sneak in and grab the silk, actually. And the Spiderland, there we go. Okay, so getting like whatever few seeds you can get is vitally important, since food is going to be really hard to come by when I get to an island that just doesn't have food. Seeds are going to be pretty omnipresent, so you'll end up eating a lot of those. And there's no real point in making a farm, so I wouldn't worry necessarily too much about those. You could, if you decide to camp the place and wait until you've gotten all the resources you can from this island. Once you've done that, you can kind of go into the next area stocked, but even then, it's not farms that you want, it's drying racks. Let's see. Just take another one of these, I guess. Yeah, you can see frog legs over there. That means one of those mermen died. Okay, am I just... It's probably like right beside where I spawned. It's just probably like right there, but... Alright. Okay, well, I'm gonna head towards the safer side right now. See if it's, in fact, just north of where I spawned, because I didn't check there. Running through swamps at night, very dangerous. Don't recommend it, unless you absolutely have to. Okay. It is not just north of where I spawned. Fantastic. Okay. It must be way, way off in the corner. That's a little bit peculiar, honestly. I usually find it relatively central. But, no, this one they just really wanted it to be a struggle, I guess. Gives me a bit of a chance to chop some more wood, though, so that's not too bad. Sanity, doing okay. Getting a bit hungry, but I've got food on me, so it's not too terrible. I'll probably want to find more. I'm not going to be able to find very much meat, just the sort of nature of this thing. So these seeds over here, important. Chase away birds that land on them before they eat them, otherwise the bird will eat the seeds. Anyway, I'll cut back to you once I've hopped over to the next island. Okay, and we're back. So we finally found the teleporter. It was in a tiny little corner. At this point, it's an important thing to... Oh, wow. Try and get a bearing as to where you are in relation to the other island, just in case you were near somewhere where the island was giving you a good vibe. This one, obviously, not quite the same. Okay, so we're way, way off in the distance, so I'd have no reference point to where the thing might be. There's another wormhole here. It's important to note those. Try and remember which one is which one leads to which. But I'm looking for the thing on this island first, so I'm just running along here. Looks like this one is the ring thing, which isn't going to help us now, so we're actually going to head straight into the wormhole again and head to the next area. Might be a good idea for us to light some fires here so that we can regain a little bit of our sanity. But first of all, let's go through here first. Might as well. Okay, rocks. Okay, let's get ourselves some gold here. Okay, so we need a little bit of room for to make our science machine now, since we do need that. Let's just drop these pine cones here. Okay, what else do I need here? I need one more rock. Let's go get this while we're at it. Okay, and while we're doing our science nonsense, let's go build a fire since it'll increase our sanity. I don't expect I'll be encountering any tree guards, and if I do, I'll run away from them. That'll be my response to that. Okay. So, important here to get a few things going. They'll restore my sanity for one. And 106, that'll be enough for now. The other important thing, survival backpack. I am short one, damn it. Okay, well, let's explore around here for a little bit longer first. Maybe we'll get lucky and there'll happen to be a tuft of grass or something around here somewhere. But I'm not really holding my breath on that. Let's just chomp down some of these seeds here. Okay, let's just chuck down, like, all our seeds. That'll clear some inventory space. Alright. Okay, so don't have a great reference for where it would be, but it seems like it must be pretty much on the opposite side of the island if it's that, going that lightly. What I typically like to do in Archipelago is actually build a couple of science machines, one on every couple of islands or so, so I don't have to go quite as many island hops. But you might find that that's a bit of a waste personally. I tend to agree sometimes, but this is one of the ones that I do tend to camp out a little bit, so for the purpose of this one I won't be doing that just because I don't think that is conducive to a faster playthrough, which I want to sort of show you going through quickly so I don't have too many resources going into the next world. Okay, it gets a bit louder going up this way, yeah. I should have pulled this out at the start, it would have been apparently a lot closer. Alright, well. No. Okay, so... Ah, here it is, the potato thing. Oh, sweet. The nice thing about the potato thing is it comes with a bit of grass. Okay, as you can see, once I picked it up, it loses its status as that loud beepy thing. Thanks, bird. And once it's that sort of quieter one, you know that you've got the only thing that's nearby, so no point loitering around too much longer. I'll stick here for the night, though, just so I can keep prototyping things. Where's my science machine? Okay, let's take this out just so that we're not blind. Don't get eaten by the grue. Let's see. Yeah, I kind of figured my fire would still be going a little bit. Okay. Now the really important thing, backpack. You go in the fire, I don't really need you anymore. Okay. Yeah, let's pick up this gold as well. We might want to build ourselves the other science machines here. I'm not really 100% on that. Let's look at hats here. I'm trying to remember if I can actually make the... Yeah, I can't make the top hat without the Alchemy engine. Great. But we've got a good start here. We've got a pretty good location to go to when we need to make things, and we've got our first thing, which is always nice. So with that, I'll be diving straight back into the wormhole. I'm not sure if there's another one on this area, so I'll have to go searching for that, see if there's another way to go forward, rather than just go back to the island that I've been to, since, you know, for all I know, there's another island somewhere. Well, I know there's more islands. There's one thing on each island, so the thing here is going to be all about finding the new portal. Okay, we're on to day 4. And I'll get back to you once I find the next portal, so we can really get down to business finding the next piece. Okay, and we're back. I didn't find another wormhole around the island. I haven't searched everywhere, but I have a good enough feeling that there probably isn't another one here, that I'm going to be pretty happy to continue on here. So what I'm going to do is show you a little bit of a trick here before I continue on. So I'm going to lose some sanity from this, but I'll gain it back from prototyping, I think. So I should be okay. I just need to chop down some trees since there weren't enough trees in that other one, and I was starting to run out just a little bit. So it's a quick jump over here, quick jump back, and then we'll show you what I was going to show you there. But here's a way to build a alchemy engine away from your science machine if you want to, for whatever reason. It's particularly handy in adventure mode. So I'll show you how to do that just as soon as I've gotten enough wood for it, which should be soon. I need enough for it, and I need enough for a fire, so let's chop down a little bit more than we think we're going to need here. There we go. This ought to be the last one. I'd also like to prototype some log armor, but I'm not really sure if I'm going to end up doing that. We'll see if we have enough left over after this. Okay, hop back in the wormhole. Okay. Head back up here and let's light ourselves a fire. As you'll notice, I'm only building campfires, even though I could theoretically build a fire pit. Okay, so what we need to do here is prototype some things. I need to prototype stone, and I need to make a couple of that. I need to prototype boards, which brings us pretty much up to full sanity here. What did I need for this? It was 4 of these. Okay. And do I have enough for log suit? No, I don't. Not quite. And I've already prototyped rope, so I don't have to worry about that. But anyway, what I can do is go in here and I can prototype my alchemy engine, and instead of actually putting it down, I can right-click, and that'll take away all the resources that'll prototype it, give me the sanity boost, and take away those resources. But at this point, you know, it looks like I can't build this, but I can place it whenever I want. So this is basically free holding space that you can generate by building the thing and not placing it. So it will stay in your inventory for forever if you want it to. So if you ever notice something disappearing from your inventory, that's probably what happened. You probably actually built it, and it's probably just waiting to be placed. So don't worry if it says you can't afford to build it, you actually can. Killed the tall bird and took his egg while you guys were away, since I figured why the heck not. You know, ate its delicious flesh, we'll eat its delicious young later, but that's not important. Okay, so it's just about morning. I'm actually gonna get a bit of a head start here, since I want to start exploring those woods. I'm guessing that a lot more wormholes are over there. Okay, so just as a quick demonstration, so here you can see I can place this alchemy engine even though I don't have the resource to actually build it. That's because I've got the alchemy engine already built, and I'm just keeping it with me. Okay, so I'm just going to chop down some more trees because I want more fuel for fires, and of course I also want to be able to build that log armor that I was saying I wanted. It's very important that you get log armor, because at some point you're going to encounter something nasty. It's probably going to at least be the clockwork knights and bishops around the ring thing, but you never know. Sometimes you'll actually see an entire tree glade full of animated trees, and they won't be hostile unless you walk in there and start chopping their trees, but that's still not the... You still want to be around armor, I think, when that sort of thing happens. Okay. I think that's enough wood for now, so let's carry on. Basically just wandering around these places to find teleportation devices. It's pretty dull and pretty easy, so this is one of those more relaxing worlds. The hard part about this one is just managing your sanity. Willow's very good at this since she can just constantly light fires. In fact, if I wanted to, I could light this entire island on fire and that would be relatively fine. I would just lose a very important wood source. But other than that, I mean, like, other characters have their own ways of coping with sanity, other than, say, Wickerbottom, who I don't think would necessarily be all that effective at this. Alright, so here's another wormhole. We're going to just jump right in, see what we've got here. Okay, where are we? We might actually be on the northern tip of that same island that we were just on. But let's give this a shake. Actually, yeah, let's just... I'm going to travel sort of southward to see if we end up heading back to land we've already been to. We're getting noisier, so that means we're actually near something. We were onto something here. Oh yeah, here. There we go. There's supposed to be an axe around here as well. Just grab that for the heck of it. Okay. Now let's continue searching around this place. Like, we've technically found what's probably the only thing on this island, but we want to just search around here in case there's another wormhole that'll lead us to the next island so that we aren't jumping more than we have to. The reason I'm just chopping this tree is I want to get rid of this axe. There we go. It was on 16%, not enough to really get anything done. Alright. This place is looking pretty unpleasant. A lot of spiders. Just like that swamp near the beginning. I could get more silk here. Silk is one of those commodities that's actually really nice to go through with. Oh, shoot. Warrior spider. Okay, that was a little bit close, because warrior spiders can be pretty deadly, but got out of that okay. Okay. I just destroyed that one because it was twice as much silk for not a whole lot more effort. Okay. No, that's good enough for now. Yep, another wormhole. Let's see where this one leads. Okay, this one's plains. Let's see where this is in relation. Okay. Our sanity is looking pretty nil here, so this might be a good place to set up another camp. It's a dead guy that left me a log armor. Sweet. Anyhow, let's see, with night coming, I'm going to have to start a fire pretty soon. The good thing about willows, you don't have to have a fire necessarily. It's just really good for your sanity to do that, so it might be a good idea for me to do that. Let's just head more down this way towards where that noise is probably coming from. The thing is, I kind of want to pick up some of this grass since I've been running low on it for quite some time now. Okay, so it's this way then. I'm gonna have to do something pretty dramatic, I think, to increase my sanity back to good. Might have to go light that island full of trees on fire. That would probably help my sanity. Okay, so it's more this way. Have to light a fire for now. Oh, there it is. It'll be there. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a couple of rabbit traps. And as much as I always say I don't really like doing this, adventure mode's a slightly different pickle here. We're going to build our base near this thing here. Because what's the worst that could honestly happen? I mean, really. Okay, we're going to eat our hat because, yeah, there we go. Because why would you not eat your hat to celebrate such a wonderful discovery? Like this top hat. Perfect. Okay, that'll help our sanity up just a little bit here. One of the other things we're going to need here... Might be a good idea to make a bird trap, but let's ignore that for now. We'll make a shovel. And we'll also make a razor. And that's 109 sanity, so we're looking pretty good there. Gonna need this box thing as well, though, so... not looking too great on inventory. No real chance to pick up the pig-based carry-all, but what have we got here? We've got the potato thing, we've got the crank thing, and we've got the box thing. We just need the ring thing and then the wooden thing, and then we'll have a full set, which will be quite nice. Okay, so I don't really need this gold nugget. And without the need for any more base building for now, we can drop off these rocks too. So let's pick up this box thing. There we go. When you're at this point in this adventure, you really got to prioritize what you think you're going to need. And since I'm going the quick route, I'm not really lingering around trying to grind up really good gear. It's much more worthwhile for me to quickly grab this sort of stuff and use it up really quickly and just drop whatever I don't really need. Burn some of these pine cones while we're at it. Speaking of things that I don't really need, let's take a look at our inventory again. Doesn't look like there's anything else I can get rid of, really. Okay. So once again, we're off on the road. Going to be looking for anywhere that we can sort of go to pick up another wormhole to continue on our merry way. There's only one thing that we have to pick up left, and then after that we can return to that wooded biome and use that thing to get, or put all our stuff there and get out of this hellhole. Although admittedly this is probably the nicest I'm ever gonna get, since it's the most pleasant biome out of all of them. Okay. Now, the reason I built the top hat, really good sanity generation. It's one of the better ones for that. I think only the town shaft is better, and I'm not even sure if it is. But this will get me topped up in sanity in no time flat, and will be a great help in adventuring around here. Especially since Willow, again, very low maximum sanity. Very hard to regulate her sanity, other than the fact that you can light fires, which isn't always feasible, especially when you're low in resources. Some of these, it's always possible to light a fire because you're surrounded by constant winter. If they didn't make it possible to light fires, you'd basically auto-lose. But other than that, I mean, it's not too bad. Never did check to see if that thing was going to have a rabbit in it, but it doesn't really matter. I could always catch this beefalo. That might be a thing, but instead I think I'm just going to continue on. Now, ultimately, I want to get out of this place before winter hits. It could potentially come about and be just very bad for me if I have to stay here through a winter, because the number of resources you need for winter requires travel, and that's the last thing you really want to be doing in winter. If you're wondering why I don't build more wintry gear, the ones that actually do happen in winter where you're automatically dumped off in the cold, you actually usually spawn beside some winter gear. Archipelago is pleasant, so the only thing you start with is the divining rod, which is, of course, the only way to actually complete the level. So it automatically spawns with you no matter which one you're in. But the reason that I don't worry about winter gear is like King of Winter, for instance. You start, I think, with a heat stone, and you start with the blueprints to make rabbit earmuffs. So it's not really all that important. There we go. More delicious food. So the way things are shaping up, what I'll probably bring through with me I'll probably bring my top hat. I'll probably bring all the silk, because that's actually enough to make another top hat with. Speaking of which, I should take this off. It's going to be awkward since I've got to hold it in my hand, but as soon as I have to do something, I can always put it back on my head. But your top hat degrades over time, so there's no point wearing it when you're not insane. And as you can see, I've got 120 sanity, which is maximum for Willow. Okay, so there may not be another portal on this island. I think as well, if you go like this, it doesn't degrade the percentage at all, while still theoretically giving you a little bit of sanity back, but I'm not really sure. Haven't tested that much. That and, I'll probably get carpal tunnel if I did that. Okay, we've just about explored every inch of this island. It turns out that there are absolutely no more portals off of it. Yeah, it looks like I've explored every inch of the island, so we're going to head back through the portal we came in, and that'll be our full adventures on this place. Now, we'll just have to find out if there's a way forward from the other one. There might be another one on the previous one, so or I guess there's this little tiny, yeah, there's this tiny bit, you never know. Because you never know. Okay, now we know. Yeah, that was not very long for something that was supposedly never, but, that's the way of things. Okay. Let's get in the wormhole. Okay. Now we have to run around this island covered in spiders to find out if there is any more wormholes on the spider island. Oh jeez. I hate finding wormholes on spider islands. Ow, damn it. You know what else I haven't found? Chester. I've not found Chester. It's not really a guaranteed thing in adventure mode, but you do find him often enough that I think he's definitely supposed to be around. I just am really not sure where you're supposed to find him in adventure mode. Oops. Okay. Spiders around here are just ultra aggressive, man. I kind of feel like burning their homes down. Maybe that's why they're aggressive. They know that. Oh, speak the devil. Oops. That was not intelligent. Okay, there we go. Picked up Chester's eye bone. We don't really need this flint anymore, I don't think. No, we should probably keep the flint. What don't we need here? We don't really need this rope, I guess. Let's drop the rope off. There's Chester. Let's keep on running. Just gonna patch ourselves up with these. Eat some carrots. That'll be enough health, I think. Okay. Let's go adventure around these rocky areas. We'll go through the spiders again during the day, because that's when they'll all be sort of docile. They'll be fast asleep in there, whatever the hell you call them, spider's nests, I guess. And give us a better chance to explore around there without getting mauled to death. Chester, I'm pretty sure, appreciates the sentiment since he tends to lag behind just a little bit. Anyway, on our quest for the last piece. Wolves, we're onto something. I'm just kidding, I have no idea if we're on anything. Okay. In this, the hounds don't come in waves. They actually just spawn from these things. Hound mound thingy. You can destroy it and they'll stop spawning, but it's not usually worth it. Okay. Unlike regular ones, these ones don't follow you for forever. They'll follow you up to a certain distance and then give up. As is entirely not being... Ow, damn it. Not demonstrated by these two gentlemen. Oh, that's because there's another one. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so not another wormhole down there. No, I just don't think there can actually be another wormhole here, so I'm gonna be confident and head back. Which was, if I recall, the top wormhole. There we go. Okay, so probably it's just on this connector island that seems to have everything on it. Chester seems to have disappeared, but, you know, whatever. Fantastic. Oh, balls. I was gonna say that this looked like a wonderful place, and we'd all have ourselves a great old time, but then I found all these killer bee projectors. Fan-frickin-tastic. Oh, damn it. Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna get through here. I do know that that's probably guarding something relatively important. Or, you know, the relatively important thing's right friggin' here. I'm just gonna light the forest on fire. Hope that it starts killing the killer bees. It'll destroy the entire forest, don't get me wrong. But, fuck those bees. Take that, you bee scum. Oh, damn it. They're not dead. Okay, they'll give up eventually, but at what cost? Okay. Before he stings Chester to death, let's see if I can click on that flighty little bastard. God damn it. I really hate that stinger that I keep... There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna stick stuff in Chester because this is getting surreal. Pretty sure no one wanted to watch that either, but yeah, it's getting late at night, getting kind of tired, getting kind of impatient, so doing stupid things, it happens. Okay, so that cleared out a little bit of this area. Got me a bit of honey. Okay, let's just jump in the wormhole. I don't want to mess with those killer bees any more than I have to. Okay, so where is this? I feel like this might be one of the ones I've been to, actually. Or definitely not, then. Okay, ring thing. That was incredibly fast and efficient. Surprisingly so. Okay. So I think that's all the pieces, so let's go stick them in the wood thing. Okay, while we're here though, just gonna pick some flowers. Killer bees after me again. Damn it. Okay, there we go. Okay, just want to get out of here, I think, at this point. Our health, not as bad as it could be, honestly. The reason I'm picking and eating these flowers is that flowers will generate a little bit of your sanity and a little bit of your health when you eat them. So they're actually quite a good thing to pick up and eat if you're a little bit low on health and a little bit low on sanity. Okay. Next up, going to be a pretty interesting fight against some of those mechanical guys. We're on day 7, so we're way, way ahead of our deadline here. Okay, for this part, I'm going to want to wear my armor. Okay. Nope. Okay, we're going to want to get away for just a little bit here. Our health is pretty low, so we're going to want to start using these spider glands, and we don't want to fight 2 of these guys at once. So, since this knight was willing enough to come all the way over here, fight me one-on-one. Ow. Damn it. Okay, we don't really need these gears for anything, so we're going to just drop them. Okay. That's pretty much all our healing down the drain. Let's draw this guy out towards us. Ow. Wow, I'm getting kited by these things. How embarrassing. Okay, so this guy. Yeah, I got enough health left to fight him. Good thing about these spider tentacles is that they actually do enough damage that you can sort of wipe these guys out. Okay. Now let's just look at our situation here. Trying to remember which teleporters lead to where. Because our health is critically low since our armor broke after that last little bit there. Just gonna build a campfire for now. And this is something you're gonna find yourself in a situation of quite often. Okay, which... Actually... I think it was this one, I'm not positive. Well, you know what? Nothing ventured, not much gained, whatever. Okay, so yeah, that's our science machine up there. That's what I was hoping for. Let's go refine some stuff, get a bit of rope. I forgot my backpack, that's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Need 2 rope for this. A little log suit. Perfect. Okay. Now. And trying to remember what else there is on this place. Nothing that's useful, really. I'm trying to remember how to get back to that first island, because that's going to be a good place to sort of heal up a bit. And I kind of want to go do that. Should be relatively obvious why. Also critically short on food. The thing is, like, I don't know what I'll be jumping into in the next world, so I might be jumping into a death trap that'll kill me instantly, basically. I'll still have the tentacle spike, and I'll have my top hat, but it's not really enough to guarantee my survival. Also, I'm not positive that I killed all the clockwork guys, so there is that to consider. I'm actually just going to go get my friggin' backpack. Probably get killed in the process. But yeah, now that I've cleared out that wooden thing, I can start placing all the stuff in it tomorrow, or the day after, depending on how my recovery's going. And just, there we go. Just basically take it easy. Okay, I think the one back is the one farthest south here. So it's careful to sort of measure your health when you're doing this, but on the other hand, like, you don't have to measure your health and be super paranoid that you're going to get killed. Like, I figured that I could probably survive another couple hits with that, and I probably actually could only have survived as much as I took exactly, so I kind of slightly overestimated my toughness there, but you know, you still gotta do what you gotta do to get to where you're going. Okay. Right, so if anything swipes me, I'm dead. Spiders are turning to level 3, that's good, because that's pretty much what we're going to be after once we've collected up a few key resources here. We've got enough for a trap, so we're good on that department, but want to just get somewhere a bit safer first. Okay, good. Okay, once again, flowers, pretty much a viable way to restore your health. So we're gonna pluck up some of those. As you can see, they don't actually restore very much health, but just pick them up while you're around them, may as well. There's no harm in it. Well, there's the harm in the fact that you're getting rid of a non-renewable resource, assuming you get rid of all of it, but try not to just get rid of all of it, and you'll be fine. Let's see. Today is also probably the day we eat the tall bird egg, so that'll be interesting. But as you can see, a lot of resources that I just want to get so I can get back up in health a little bit. Once we've done that, we'll head on through the portal into the next world and hope that it treats us a little bit, well, actually no, it's treated us pretty well, honestly. I don't think anything went too horribly awry. If we had a crockpot, I could make healing a lot more efficient, but I'd have to travel a long distance to get to my alchemy engine. Just not really worth it. One of the best ways to heal up, in my opinion, is to start walking over flowers and get the butterflies to pop out and then kill the butterflies. You can do that, or you can go over up into the swamps and then just start killing all of the spiders, and they'll eventually give you spider glands, which are a great source of healing. Okay, I think I got 2 hits now, but don't really want to risk that, obviously. Okay, so this is going to be a fairly long, boring process. I'll probably cut it out pretty quickly, but, you know, it is the way you do this, so... There we go. And this is all something you've seen me do tons of times before. I think I put those traps too close together. As you can see, pretty quickly going back up in health just by doing this. Some food over here, I might as well go take it. But yeah, this will just be a sort of grindy thing, kind of an annoying grindy process while I get back up to full health, full stamina. I'll cut it here so you don't have to watch me just wobbling back and forth like this, but yeah, this is... And we're back. After a couple days of farming spiders, we've managed to get ourselves back up to full health. It takes a long time to farm enough spiders to do that, but if you're just careful, it's inevitably going to help you get healthy again. And I didn't have to really leave until the 21st, which is sort of when winter sets in. That is the wrongest of ways. Let's not go that way. So, managed to get ourselves patched up where we've got all the stuff that we're going to be doing here. So, we're ready to go on to the next world. I'm actually going to chomp down all of these seeds before we go. And I'm actually going to get ready to go before we actually let night hit here. Okay, Chester. Let's give that one, and this one, and that'll open this up. There we go. Just have to decide what we're going to bring along with us. We're going to bring our big pile of silk. We're going to bring a tentacle spike. We're going to bring our wood armor. And I don't think I have to select my lighter. I think that automatically goes through with me. So I'll pick... I'll bring my top hat. This one's almost broken, but, you know, might as well. Now, if it turns out that I don't get to automatically keep my lighter, I'm going to be awfully upset. But I'm pretty sure I do. Okay, continue on. Okay, so this is what happens when you move on to the next world. It regenerates the world and opens up a new stage, and you'll meet Maxwell at the start. I actually met Maxwell at the start of this. I forgot to record it, though. But this way, you'll get to see what's going on. The game is afoot. Not 100% sure I remember what this one is, but I'm pretty sure it's one day of winter before spring hits. I'm pretty sure it's one day of winter before spring hits, after which we're going to be dealing with a pretty pleasant rest of the year, but if I recall, this place has a lot of really nasty barriers that prevent me from advancing forward the way I want to. So this is a pretty difficult one in that respect, since you're going to find a lot of things that are going to be able to just plow you straight over, like entire walls of hounds, for instance. I've seen like dozens upon dozens of hounds in one area, and this one I'm pretty sure this is it. And I think there are also walls that only go up and down based on how insane you are, so you can only get past them if you're insane, which is a very nasty mechanic, trying to get through those. Okay. I'm just keeping my lighter out here since I want to make sure that I stay warm for as long as possible. I've got this winter hat. Like I said, these winter-themed places, you always do manage to get just a little bit of winter-related gear, even though I'm pretty sure game is afoot, you only have one day of winter. So, not that big a deal. With this winter hat as well, I don't have to worry about sanity quite as much. It's going pretty well. I just need to make sure I've got enough food. Night is coming. I need to chop down... Well, I don't need to chop down any more trees. This is actually enough, but I would like to chop down one more tree just so I can make sure I've got more than enough fuel for the winter night that's going to be creeping up on me. Yeah, there it is. And obviously, since it is like this, I can't go adventuring during the night, so I'm going to have to set up camp pretty much soon. As you can see as well, the day is extremely short right now. It's not going to be like that forever. Once summer hits, it's going to be pretty much normal, if I recall correctly. But don't quote me on that. I should wear my log armor since there's no reason for me not to be wearing it right now. Okay, I just need to collect up enough grass to make myself a backpack. As you can see, Chester's gone. I do, in fact, have my lighter, so, you know, that is a very good plus. Without it, I probably would have been kind of screwed, but whatever. Anyway, I think this is a good stopping point for me to stop babbling about adventure mode. The game is afoot's going to be a completely different game than the previous one. So, I hope you found this informative, as always, and I hope to see you all next time.